Do you ever find yourself frustrated in life? Like, I don't know, when your kids are doing homework and all of a sudden you just find that it's family feud hour because they can't do it and you're frustrated teaching them? Or what about when you're driving down the road and people are cutting you off? Do you get triggered by that? Or what about when your in-laws come and they start telling you what to do and how to control your life and your husband and your kids? Do you ever experience that? How about having 4 tools to be able to help yourself in a conversation so you can manage your irritability, your frustration, and your anger? This is one of the tools that I teach. I teach many, many, many tools, but I'm going to give you this one right now so we can create a life that we love and people that are much more pleasant to be around. And it starts with us. We're changing one smile at a time and one conversation at a time. So here, rule number 1 or key number 1 is empathy. Empathize. So, we don't know what's really going on with other people. And so when you find yourself getting irritable, ask yourself, you don't really know what went on. Maybe they just got a devastating phone call or, news that they weren't really ready for, and they're not ready to share it. And so they deflect that pain and that frustration or that anger or that trauma, they deflect it upon you. And you choose to react in a negative, irritable way because you didn't like how you were just talked to. Well, what about a little bit of empathy? We're all human and we all have hearts, and people don't really want to be rude. They're rude because they're deflecting anger. They're deflecting information that they don't really know how to digest. So being able to empathize with people is number 1. It's the number 1 key. Number 2 is ask. So it's really important to ask for what you want and to be clear. So let's just say my husband is coming home and I cleaned the house really well and I need him to be able to tell me that I did a good job. It's okay to ask for things like that. So I call my husband, I say, hey, when you walk in the house, I just want you to pay close attention and congratulate me on how well I cleaned the kitchen because I took some extra time today and I need a little bit of encouragement. He comes in the house, he says, wow, you did such a good job cleaning the kitchen. How long did it take you? And then I can tell him, oh, it took hours and whatever I need to do. And he goes, wow, thank you so much for taking the time. Now, I was clear and I asked for what I needed. So be sure that you're asking for what you need and be clear, because a lot of times, especially us women, we have a tendency to just drop hints out there, and you know what? They're not picking it up. And then we hold resentment and anger and we cause irritation in our relationships because we're not asking and we're not clear. So number 1, empathy. Number 2, ask. And number 3, remember that people are doing the very best job that they can. They only know what they know, and they only can do what they can do. So remember that they're doing the best job that they can. And you remember that, you're going to be able to have much more patience to be a teacher, to be a guide, to have more empathy, and to be more patient with them. So rule number 3, or key number 3, is to know that people are doing their very best job that they can. And rule number 4, which is the utmost important, I teach it in depth into this course. I'm just going to touch upon it right now, but it's neutrality. Find neutrality in life. When you become the observer of life, it's a whole entire section of the course. But when you become the observer of life, you realize that your mind is your mind and it talks away and it's separate from your heart. Your heart feels. It's supposed to feel. It has an array of feelings. That's why we have the heart. But to be neutral, you don't go in the heart. You don't feel those feelings, or you don't go in those feelings. You observe the feelings, and it's okay to feel the feelings. Observing the feelings and being in the feeling is different. And in the course, I teach you that. And it's super powerful, so you can take back control of your life and love your life. You can be happy. It's like the fuel that is behind everything to move you forward, to inspire you, to fuel your body, your temple with joy. And that's the idea. So the 4 things to keep in mind when you're in irritation with someone is empathize, ask, know that they're doing their best, and to create neutrality in the situation. So this is just a little bit of the Pocketful of Joy online program. Check it out, sign up, and I'll see you there.